Hello everyone, welcome back to Sepia Tears, Midwinter's Reprise. Let's go ahead and continue. What am I supposed to do? It all happened so fast. What came over me? Climbing into his window was an impulse decision to begin with, and it all snowballed from there. I kept telling myself to stop, but I couldn't. I want to see how he reacts. I want to embarrass him. I want to see if he can tell when I'm kidding and when I'm not. What's wrong with me? And everything that happened on the hill. No. I don't want to even think about it. This is wrong. It was always wrong. I just couldn't see it. This is what I get for playing with something that should never be played with. I stand up and rub my eyes. It's a cloudy day out. No doubt he's walking a lonely walk back home, thinking about that night as frantically as I am. He must be, right? There's no way he didn't feel anything. I mean... Oh, God. I can't start thinking like this. What have I done? This was never supposed to be a storybook romance. And it can never be one, either. Slowly, deliberately, I pull out a sheet of paper and start writing. Wait, what did you say? Closed. And by closed you mean... Closed. Lucas repeats the same word over and over through my phone. I guess there's not much to say other than it was... closed. The maid cafe is closed. You mean closed for today, or just closed? It sounds like he's sobbing, but it's hilarious in my head. Welcome home, Master. I'm back. This is your lucky day. Tonight is our weekly Nekomimi night. I love you. And on top of that, it's also our monthly school swimsuit plus over-knee socks event, the perfect 2-course meal. I love you even more. In fact, you're going through all the trouble of tracking us down despite not being listed on any online map to avoid potential legal issues. We'll even offer our extra special Doki Doki Excitement Hour for your eyes only. I'm getting an extra special Doki Doki Excitement Hour? This is the greatest day of my life. That's right, and we even have food. Is what I would like to say, but we're closed. What? We're not completely gone. You can still smell the fragrance of almond rice just by a maid's loving hands. If you come right after garbage day. Lucas? You still there? I'm trying to figure out what you were snickering about a minute ago, but yes, I am still here. I guess you noticed. Well, look on the bright side. When you get old enough, you can open up your own maid cafe and fill the city with hope. I know your words are shallow, but... Thank you. He took it seriously? So was that it? The story was just closed? Pretty much. The windows are boarded up. Posters gone, but there was something there. I'm sure of it. How can you be so sure? You had the address? That too, but I could smell them. You could smell them. The maids, I mean. There used to be maids in that building, I'm sure of it. Your maid senses are tingling. You think I'm exaggerating? God knows you're not. Our laughter fades away and an awkward silence replaces it. Mark? Actually, there is another reason why I called you. What was it? It's not particularly important. Not particularly important? What does that mean? It means that, to some extent, it's important. Yeah, in many ways, it's something that is, in fact, unimportant. You're just trying to piss me off. I was actually trying to distract you. We've been friends since the beginning of high school. I can tell when you're hiding something. I hesitate to play the old friend card, but now is as good a time as any. In that case, would you like to hear the truth? Only if you're willing to tell me. I see. So the cards are in my hands. He pauses for a moment, and so does the sound of his footsteps. Is this serious enough for him to stop walking? In that case, I'll explain. I reconstruct every conversation I had with Lucas over the past few days, searching for clues that I might not want to find. I can't tell you everything. I can only explain in bits and pieces, fragments for you to piece together on your own. Hopefully, by the time you finish, it won't be too late. Fair enough. He takes a deep breath. Do you remember that time in 9th grade when you and Lillian and I worked together on that science project? Yeah, it was a painful couple of months. We barely scraped up a 70 at the end of it all. Yes, I suppose it was painful. But it wasn't entirely bad, was it? And that time we went on a trip up north for geography to study the natural wonders of the countryside. You remember, right? That too. We spent most of the time filling out a question sheet, but it wasn't all bad. I think I might know where you're going with this. Do you? You also might be wrong. Regardless, to sum it up, I suppose you could say that I've been feeling reminiscent lately. My bedroom is still, but a wistful wind leaks through the closed window. I've noticed. It's an odd change for someone like you. It is, isn't it? I've been conscious of it myself. I shouldn't be feeling this way. It's not my job, not my thing. But I suppose every human at some point, has to think about what they're searching for. Talk about melodramatic. I'm not kidding. Yeah. I know you're not. Do you remember when we first met, Mark? Let's see. It was right at the beginning of freshman year.
We held a mock debate for our first English class, and lazy and unmotivated me was pit against melodramatic and over-enthusiastic you. I actually hated his guts during the debates, but things change. Funny how things happen. And you remember when we first met Lillian? We were just talking about it, yeah. That's right, science project. We were told to form a group of 3, and it was a few months into the year, so a lot of our classmates had already made friends. Lucas and I knew we would be working together, but the remainder of the class had settled into their own groups. All except for that one quiet girl in the corner. Yep, that's it. And surely you still remember when you introduced me to Rin? I think I'd rather not remember. That wasn't an introduction, that was eavesdropping. And skipping class. Can you blame me? She seemed like she would make a good disciple. I had to find out for sure. The whole escapade basically amounted to him following her around for the first day of class and waiting to hear the right references. Anyway, it's those memories that I'm talking about. They're small, but they're precious. I don't want to lose them. Tick-tock goes a clock in my head. What makes you think you'll lose them? Just promise me. What? Promise me that we won't lose those memories. No matter what happens. No matter how cheesy this sounds. Okay. Alright, I promise. By the way, Rin gave me an idea today. You don't say. Karaoke. Like with Sandy's super robot intros? I don't know. Just karaoke. New Year's Eve, all 4 of us, plus a special guest or 2. You in? Sounds like a plan. That unambiguous confirmation, I buried my face in the pillow. Lying on the bed as I gazed blankly at the invisible ceiling, I think through my conversation with Lucas and the time I spent with Rin. Something is about to happen. Something inevitable. I don't think I can avoid it, and I don't think I should avoid it. My path was set in stone the minute I let this whole adventure start. And all the while that faded, sun-soaked reel of memories plays over and over in my head. With a worn-out sigh, I turned to my side and closed my eyes. Well, what happened there? Okay, just making sure. It's morning. My alarm didn't go off. Or at least I assume it didn't, because my dream wasn't cut short. Everyone knows the type. One of those dreams that's great while it lasts and hurts the minute you wake up. It was one of those dreams. The sky was perfectly, completely blue. Early autumn, the leaves turning orange. A walk home in my first year of high school. It was also the first day I met Lillian.
Hey, do you like the sky?
That's a strange question.
I'm hardly kidding. There's no right or wrong answer. I just want to see what answer you choose.
Why is that?
You can tell a lot about a person by how they answer an unanswerable question.
Her voice is fresh in my mind. She's smart, even back then. Shy, but years ahead of me.
My dad wanted to be a pilot when he was younger. That's what he told me, anyway.
I see.
It's for an art project. The sky, I mean. I hate painting. I'm terrible at it. The sky ought to be the easiest thing to paint, right?
She stared at the clouds, puzzled. I stared at her, puzzled.
You and Lucas seem nice. You're good students, right? I can research, but I don't want to do the presentation.
It wasn't the clouds, really. She stared at something invisible in the distance.
I'm glad you came and talked to me. Maybe we can be friends.
You're pretty when you smile, I thought. You're interesting.
You too.
I couldn't see what she was looking at. Began and ended in her own head. That's a tough barrier for a stranger to cross. You said you're from a small family, right?
Yeah. Only child, and my parents work a lot.
Does it get lonely?
Kinda.
Do you ever invite friends over?
Not really. Too busy. Besides, there's lots to do by yourself.
I want to ask her everything, and I want to tell her everything. Who knows? Maybe I fell for her under that pale afternoon sky, and it wasn't until a year later that I realized it.
Look, a plane. They must feel good. People piloting that. You can go anywhere up there. No boundaries.
If I could have deciphered that comment back then maybe. But no, she's always been far, far ahead of me.
Let's be friends.
Sure thing. The morning passed by in a blur.
It's about time to get going. Do you have any plans for the evening? It's the last day of school after all.
We'll be seeing each other again in a couple of weeks. It's not really a cause to celebrate. That was a lie, of course.
Either way, I may be at the arcade with Lucas, so don't expect me till late, okay?
We opened the front door and walked to school for the last time before the new year. Looks like Lillian is sick again. This is terrible. This is worse than terrible. I might be up by a long shot, but I know what class she would normally be in right now. She was away this morning. Maybe she was just late. Almost there. Hey.
Morning.
How is your cold?
What?
I mean, you were sick and... Let me try this again. So, how have you been? You feeling better now?
Yes, I am. Thanks for asking. Even if it took a few more tries than necessary.
Huh. Well, anyway, you might want to see your teachers about the stuff you missed. You've been away for a while. The last time I saw you was... So... Let's get to the chase, shall we?
I can't tell you anything, Mark.
I know, but...
It's not because I don't trust you. It's because it'll ruin everything if I do. You know what I mean, right?
It wasn't a question this time. I know it's selfish, but listen to me for once.
Mark,
You said you know how I feel, right? Then listen. You're not alone, but you're acting like you are. That's not my business, I know.
that's not what I was...
But it's what you were thinking. Forget about being nice. Don't worry about hurting me. Just do what you want, okay? Just stop thinking and do what you want.
You're right. You're right, aren't you? I'll be fine. Or at least I think I will.
It's alright. You can take time to think, or whatever it is.
Meet me after school, alright?
What?
You're not busy, are you?
No. No, I'm not, but...
Then it's settled. Meet me after school, and I'll tell you everything.
Are you sure? She nods, despite her vaguely trembling arms. And I nod while realizing, conclusively, that there's no turning back. Memories are fickle. They're not there when you need them, and they're there when you wish they weren't. Damn.
It's cold.
Leaning against the school's hard brick walls, the rest of the students leave for the holidays. I wonder absent-mindedly about these past 2 weeks. The shadows of the bare trees against the snow takes me back. Mara has nothing to do with this. I realize that now. She may have been the trigger, but this was set in motion long, long ago. But I shouldn't complain. If this is how the story has to end, then...
Hey.
Lucas?
Yeah, it's me.
I thought you were busy this evening. I am. I just told them that I'll be half-hour late. Oh. So, why are you here?
I need to tie up a loose end.
Is this about what you said yesterday? No.
Well, it's related in a sense, but this time it's about you. I'm here to warn you. You already knew that, didn't you?
part of me did. That's part of the natural intuition, then. I've known you for a while now. We're friends. There are a lot of things that go without saying. That there are an equal number of things that need to be said. What are you getting at? I'm saying that you might be making a mistake. Don't lie to yourself. I bite my lip. I don't know exactly what you're planning or how you're going to planning to do it. But if you're making an important decision, I'm obligated to make sure you do it properly. I'd hate to break it to you, but you know more capable than I am. I know that. But there's another thing that I know. You conditioned yourself to not take the initiative. And I'm going to change that. You're going to change that at your own peril. Fine by me. Just don't say I didn't warn you. He turns around and leaves. But before he can get out of earshot... Thanks. I say that we're just loud enough for him to hear it. You're late.
I know. I'm sorry, but I got caught up with one of my teachers and...
It's alright. I was just kidding. I try to smile. It's only been 10 minutes. Relax.
But...
This'll cancel one of the favors I owe you, alright?
Fine.
She takes a deep breath and slowly exhales. So, you're the one who called me here after all.
Alright.
Shall we walk?
Sure.
It takes a while for me to notice that the flurries have already started to fall. It feels like magic. A heavy, condensed ball of bliss, pulling my heart into my throat. She's the same as always, but something's different. Something in the way she brushes her hair from her eyes makes her look like she's shining. All those fragments of conversation over the past year, those jigsaw memories, they all come down to this. One single walk on one single day, on a snowy winter afternoon. But the silly thing with life is that every anticlimax feels like a climax when you're the hero. Hey, you remember when we first met, right?
The science project?
Without a moment's hesitation. Yeah, but I was thinking of what happened after that.
With the sky. Yeah, I remember.
I dreamt about it this morning.
Funny, I haven't thought about that day in ages.
Of course I have more reason to remember it than you do.
It's been so long, hasn't it? You used to be so shy back then.
I could say the same of you.
Yeah, I'd rather not think about it.
Doesn't matter. We get along either way.
Guess so, huh?
Snow crunches beneath our feet. If you could go back, would you do it all over?
Redo our first year?
This year, last year. Everything that happened before that. Do you think this would be any easier if you could just go back?
Maybe. Even so, there's something poetic about the way things fall into place, even if it's a mess. Like an abstract painting, you know? Beautiful chaos.
Lillian and I arrive at the small park in a secluded corner of the suburbs.
It's a nice place, isn't it?
I never knew we had a park here.
It's always been here. I used to come here when I was younger.
Brushing the snow off the surface, she takes a seat on a swing and clutches onto the chains.
This area was a lot more populated back then. For some reason, it was always quiet on Friday evenings. I used to go after school.
At school on Friday? Won't the place be full of kids then? I take a seat beside her.
You'd think so, right? But they all used to go to the bigger park down the block. That's why I like this place. It was quiet.
It was important.
Yeah. I didn't have much else to do through most of junior high after all.
It changed so much.
You think? I know I'm a bit more confident now, but...
No, really, you have. Remember that time we went walking behind school? You were scared that we'd get lost.
I think I might still be scared if you were leading us.
Touché. Something sad about our laughter. Calm before the storm. Still, it was different back then. We had to prod you out of the bus stop to even come with us.
I remember you promised that we'd find something exciting.
I might have conveniently forgotten about that. Did we end up finding anything?
Of course.
I don't remember taking anything home.
It wasn't something you could take home.
Lillian, there's something I need to tell you.
You've made up your mind.
3 years ago, I swore I would never do this again. And maybe the answer has been in front of me all along. The whole drama has been for something. I know it. My memories of the sepia stained world surge forth, and
Oh boy.
Let's choose don't confess for now. I'm sorry, Lillian. I hear a pin drop somewhere in the distance. I've been selfish, haven't I?
What?
It's alright. You don't need to pretend. I know how you feel. I'm sorry for putting you through all this. I knew that you had your own problems to worry about, but I couldn't let my own feelings rest.
All's fair in love and war, isn't it?
I guess that's right. A cold, black emptiness seeps into me. It's not a stranger, but that's no reason to force my pain onto someone else. And I know better than anyone that those 3 magic words can never guarantee happiness.
Thanks for being here with me, Mark.
That's what today was supposed to be about, right? She smiles and her eyes drift to an unreachable point in the distance. Just as always. She climbs out the swing and dusts the snow off her lap.
Remember that thing I wanted to tell you? The thing I was worried about, that I thought I could never admit. Turns out it's pretty simple. I just tried to make it complicated. But seeing you like this, Mark, I think you gave me the courage I needed.
The words are gone. All gone.
I'm sorry.
Her eyes glisten as she clasps her hands around mine. Her warmth seeps through them as a year's worth of memories slip away. You like him, don't you?
I do. I'm not sure when I first realized it, but I really, really do.
Good. Then go. I reach into my pocket and I jam the bookmark into her hand. He's kept it all this time, you know. It means a lot to him. So by the time he gets home and looks over his stuff, he'll probably realize that I swiped it. Before that happens, go give it back.
Thanks. I'll make it count.
One by one, her footprints take her away. One more thing. Karaoke. New Year's Eve. You win?
It's deal.
The silhouette that I fell in love with fades into the whiteness. My memory dies with every step she takes, buried in snow. I arrive home in a daze only to notice a letter sticking out of the mailbox. Strange. I reach out for it and my heart stops. No postage stamp, no name, no return address. Only, to Mark, handwritten in clean cursive. The sheet of paper falls out. Dear Mark, I'm sorry to have to inform you like this, but I realized something today that I should have realized long ago. I made a mistake. A huge mistake. A mistake that will hurt both of us. Before this can happen, I'd like to see you on the 24th of December at 9 a.m. in the place where you first met. You may decline if you would like, but if possible, I would like to see you again. Just once, just one more time would be enough. Once more before the end. There's a final line written on the back. P.S. I'll return the ribbon to you at the end of the day. I know how much it means to you. There was nothing I could do. I stood alone on my doorstep, with the cruel, frigid wind at my back, reading and rereading the letter until I wanted to cry.